have been corrected. In that 024, it was $2,685 more than it should have been, and those were corrected prior to the signature of the Board of Education president for those minutes. So, anything else to add? We're good?
No.
Yep. Awesome. All right, do I have a motion to approve? Second. Motion by Sean Shook, seconded by John Walter, to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting as printed above. Ms. Boyer?
Mr. Hookradder.
Yes.
Mr. Moore.
Yes.
Mr. Shook.
Yes.
Dr. Walter.
Yes.
Ms. Cato.
Yes.
All right, and then next you have the board minutes from the June 21st, 2022 special meeting. Do I have a motion to approve those? Motion by Carol Cato, seconded by John Walter, to approve the minutes of the special meeting as printed. I was not here, nor was Mr. Moore here, so should we abstain, or are we okay to approve the minutes? I mean, there was general discussion.
I think you're still.
We're
I
good,
think
we're good
you're
to
okay
approve.
to approve.
Wonderful.
Mr. Moore.
Yes.
Mr. Shook.
Yes.
Dr. Walter.
Yes.
Ms. Cato.
Yes.
Mr. Hookradder.
Yes. We'll turn it over to you, Ms. Boyer.
Okay, you have our monthly financial report. And on page 4, our actual revenue is up over last year, so that's how we ended the year. Our revenue was also up over our estimate by $568,805, and that was mainly due to the state funding changes. Page 7, our expenditures as a whole were down compared to what we forecasted, which was mainly due to open purchase orders for the track project. Obviously, we haven't paid for all that yet. Page 8 is our interest, which is still gone up a little more. Page 9 just shows you we were right about at 100% for everything. And then page 10, that's where we stand with our balances in the different fund accounts. And again, the 500 funds, those are the federal funds, and those are reimbursing. That's why you have some negative numbers there. And then you have our bank reconciliation. And then you have our bills paid. And the only one that is really there that is above our amount is on page 7. It's item number 23910 towards the bottom. Check 98750 to Jordan Power Equipment Company for $17,097.82, and that was for 2 walk-behind auto scrubbers, and that came from the general fund. And then you have our changes and appropriations to the 018, 200s and 300s, and then our donations. $435.20, Kroger Rewards to middle school principal, $31.14, Kroger's Rewards, high school volleyball, $400, Sherry Looney and the Loon Crew to baseball, $800, U.S. Census Bureau School Pulse Panel, and that was a gift card to the high school principal account, $19.43, High School Industrial Arts to senior class of 2022, $200, LU Alumni Association to high school cheer. That's all I have.
Any questions on any of the monthly financials? All right, do I have a motion to approve? Move. Second. Motion by Sean Shook, seconded by Bill Moore, to approve the monthly financial statements as attached with the exclusion of check number 98079 to Katie Hookradder. Ms. Boyer?
Mr. Shook,
Yes.
Dr. Walter,
Yes.
Ms. Cato,
Yes.
Mr. Hookradder,
Yes.
Mr. Moore.
Yes.
Number 5 is just an item that requires a separate vote. It is action for the payment of check number 98079 to Katie Hookradder in the amount of $113.24. Do I have a motion to approve that? Motion by Sean Shook, seconded by Carol Cato to approve items in the monthly financial statements, items that require a separate vote section. Ms. Boyer?
Dr. Water,
Yes.
Ms. Cato,
Yes.
Mr. Hookrattle,
Abstain?
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Shook.
Yes.
New business financial. Let's see.
That's at the bottom of the
Yep,
page.
transfer funds, so treasurer requests to transfer funds from the 590 fund to the 572 fund throughout the 2022-2023 school year. I'm sorry, am I good? Okay, I didn't know if you were getting ready to say something about that one or?
No.
Okay, excellent. B is the change fund authorization. Treasurer requests to establish change funds for the 2022-2023 school year. The high school athletic director, $3,000, food services director, $300, middle school office, $25, high school office, $25, and treasurer, $50. Subject, so C is in lieu of transportation costs for the 2022-2023 school year. This is where the parent or guardian makes an application for reimbursement with the treasurer on an annual basis in order to receive payment for their students going to private and or parochial schools outside of our district. You've got that list in front of you. I'm not going to read it. Yes, sir.
I've got a question. Kevin Fleeman, he's a parent in our district. He reached out to me and asked about this. I don't know, did Dr. Water, did he get with you, or Dr. Water, yeah, Dr. Johnson, did he get with you on this? I referred him to you. His son goes to Hartley. He lives in our district. The youngest son goes to Hartley, and he was wanting to know if they could apply for this. And I said, I don't think so, but I'll ask Dr. Johnson.
Their name's on here.
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Ended up,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
He may have been added after you
Oh,
talked
that's
to
it. Yep, I didn't see, yep, okay.
They were able
So
to get it.
what they're actually doing is they're asking for transportation, and then we decide, that's what we bring it to you for. Do we have enough kids that we can actually put a bus out to actually transport the kids? And if not, is it not economically feasible for us to do that? Then if not, we have to list who we're going to change some of the ways we have to do it. We have to list who we want to reimburse because they're actually asking for transportation and not for the money.
The money.
And so that needs to go on the agenda 30 days before school starts. That's why it's on this agenda.
Okay.
Then if anyone moves in the district later on, they have 2 weeks to request for transportation. And then if we don't find it feasible, then I'll put the new name on the list to ask you to approve giving them the in lieu of transportation.
Good deal. D is food services vendors for 2022-2023. For bread products, we're gonna use Colostrum and Baking Company. For dairy products, United Dairy, and for kitchen supplies, it'll be Gordon Food Supply. We will participate again. E is participation in the National School Lunch Program. It's a federally assisted meal program operating in public and nonprofit private schools and residential care institutes. We will do that again this year. F is school meal pricing. You'll see there, I'm not going to read through those, but those are the school meal prices for 2022-2023. I know, do we know if those went up at all?
Did the same.
Same, awesome. Substitute rates for 2022-2023, you'll again see those. I know we made some adjustments to the substitute pay, actually in the middle of the year, I believe. So I'm assuming those will be staying consistent to what was done prior.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. H is the school resource officer agreement with the Village of Baltimore. This agreement will be in effect from July 2022 to July 2023, unless canceled by either or both parties. You'll see there the normal work day will be from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's quite a bit of info in there that we've been able to read, including salary and benefits, which are all in the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve new business financial?
Second.
I have a motion by Sean Shook, seconded by Carol Cato, to approve items in the new business financial section. Ms. Boyer?
Ms. Cato?
Yes.
Mr. Hookrattle?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Shook?
Yes.
Dr. Water?
Yes.
Item 7 is new business financial items that require a separate vote. This is in regards to the fencing that's being put up. So the board adopts a resolution stating that competitive bidding does not apply to the fence project that was approved on June 21st, 2022 by Southway Fence Company for $62,500. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Carol Cato, seconded by Sean Shook, to approve items in the new business financial, items that require a separate vote section. Ms. Boyer?
Mr. Hookrattle?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Shook?
Yes.
Dr. Walter?
Yes.
Ms. Cato?
Yes.
8 is new business personnel. Before going into 8, there's been the request for an executive session. So I would like to have a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Thank you. One second. That way we've got the reasons.
Well, if it's related to employment, it's A2,
A2.
and then matters that require to be kept confidential, since we're going in, I
Yeah.
want to share a couple things.
Okay. Yep. So prior to this, we've got, we're going to go into executive session for A2 and E. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Carol Cato, seconded by Bill Moore, to go into executive session at 7:13. we are returning from executive session. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion by John Walters, seconded by Bill Moore to return from executive session at 7:42 PM. Ms. Boyd?
Ms. Cato?
Yes.
Mr. Hookrattle?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Shook?
Yes.
Dr. Walter?
Yes.
All right, so new business personnel, employment, you'll see there, I'll go ahead and read these real quick. For what's been recommended, we've got Maggie Amick as a custodian at the high school, effective July 26th. I'm not gonna read the contract. Valerie Brokaw, for music at the elementary and middle school, effective August 1st. Marissa Brown, second grade elementary, August 1st. Crystal Coulter, first grade elementary, August 1st. Courtney Elliott, food services at the high school, August 1st. Haley Richardson, intervention specialist at the high school, effective August 1st. And Christina Wentz, second grade at the elementary, effective August 1st. Resignations, we've got Emma Boucher as a school counselor, the elementary, effective August 1st. Emily Church, music at the elementary and middle school, effective August 1st. Brandon Compton, second grade at the elementary, effective August 1st. Scott Holcomb, maintenance tech, effective May 26th. Kristen Polonis, intervention specialist at the elementary, effective June 22nd. Mike Sanders as a custodian, that's effective June 28th, and Andrew Benata, intervention specialist at the middle school, effective August 2nd.
Mr. Hookrop, can I
Yes.
interrupt you for a second?
Sure.
With Brandon Compton in there, do I need to, should that be separated or it's resignation? It's okay.
Yeah, you guys separated it last time, and I asked the attorney.
Okay.
And, in-laws are not on the list.
Okay, good enough. I just want to clarify.
Excellent. Summer help effective dates there, we've revised them. Nick Congrove as a custodian, that's effective through August 19th instead of August 12th. Same with Cole Pearden, custodian subrate, effective through August 22nd instead of August 12th. Extended time, Wendy Buskirk will be extended as the librarian in the elementary, she'll get 5 days. Renee Sohanage. Renee, if you're out there, I apologize. And the art at the elementary and middle school, she's extended 30 minutes per day, worked at the middle school. And then Valerie Brokaw, music at the elementary and middle school, extended 30 minutes per day, worked at the middle school. Supplementals, we've got Tammy Harris for the talent show, level 8, step 0. F is the athletic supplementals. I'll read through these. We're gonna pull Andy Schmitz, and he will be 8F2. So we'll get to that here in a minute, but the others are Elena Miller as the cross-country junior high volunteer, Will Norris as the football head junior high coach, Josh Whetstone as the football varsity assistant coach, Carissa Kellner as the football varsity cheer coach, Adam Snyder as the golf boys JV coach, Haley Llewellyn as the softball varsity volunteer coach. That's an unpaid position. Austin McClellan, track varsity boys volunteer coach for discus, Melissa Sponseller, track varsity boys volunteer coach for the pole vault, and Krista Azeltine as the track varsity head boys coach. Tracy Farmer will continue as the basketball 7th grade girls coach. Karen Morris will be the basketball 8th grade girls coach. Carissa Kellner will be the basketball varsity cheer coach, and Jim Day will be the winter faculty manager. G is the revised technology coordinator contracted days per year. That is, okay, there it is. The superintendent recommends revising the contracted days for the technology coordinator position from 260 days a year to 255 days a year. Are there any questions on new business? Personnel items? Hearing none for this particular piece, Ms. Boyd, or sorry, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Carol Cato, seconded by Bill Moore, to approve items in the new business personnel 8.f1 section. Ms. Boyd?
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Shook?
Yes.
Dr. Walter?
Yes.
Ms. Cato?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes. All right. 8F2 is athletic supplemental. This is for Andy Schmitz as the basketball varsity head girls coach. Do I have a motion to approve? have a second?
Second.
Seconded by John Walter to approve Andy Schmitz as the basketball varsity head girls coach. Ms. Boyer?
Mr. Moore,
No.
Dr. Walter,
Yes.
Ms. Cato,
No.
Mr. Hookrattle,
Yes.
Mr. Shook.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-2. Great. New business personnel items that require a separate vote. Certified contract revision that requires a separate vote. This is, let's see.
Maddie.
Oh, okay. It was below the.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, there's nothing in the thing to, okay, my apologies. So this is a certified contract revision. This is Madison Nugent in the elementary. This is fifth of a 1-year master's 30. And the revised contract is to the first of a 2 years master's plus 30. It's your daughter. That's why I was like, why do we have a separate one for Madison Nugent? Who is that? That's all I could think of in my mind.
I got married the last time I've been here.
Maddie, if you're out there listening, I apologize. All right. I will make the motion. I will make the motion. Seconded to approve items in the new business personnel, items that need voted on separately. Section. Ms. Boyer.
Mr. Shook,
Abstain?
Dr. Walter,
Yes.
Ms. Cato,
Yes.
Mr. Hookrattle.
Yes.
Mr. Moore.
Yes.
All right. The next one is an athletic supplemental that requires a separate vote. This is for Sean Hookrattle as the softball varsity head coach. That is an unpaid position due to his service on the Board of Education. Do I have a motion?
So
Second.
Motion by Bill Moore, seconded by Carol Cato to approve items in the new business personnel, items that need voted on separately. Section, Ms. Boyer.
Dr. Walter.
Yes.
Ms. Cato.
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
yes.
Mr. Hookrattle,
Abstain.
and Mr. Shook.
Yes.
10 is new business other disposal. Obviously, when we got our notes, you'll see that there was miscellaneous items, disposal request, records disposal request, a tech disposal request, and a disposal request for textbooks. B is the OSBA annual business meeting. It is recommended that a delegate and an alternate be appointed to the OSBA annual business meeting. Do we have anyone wishing to be the delegate this year, the delegate to go to?
I don't have nice clothes to do something like that. Dress up. You better do.
That's a poor excuse.
But it worked.
Sure.
All right.
And you're my alternate.
Yep.
Oh,
Sure,
I'm on
the
vacation
alternate.
that week.
That down.
Hey, now.
Right. Student fees, you'll see there, I'm not gonna read through all of the fees, but these were fees at the elementary, middle, and high school. Handbooks, we've received the high school facility handbook, the athletic handbook, and the curriculum guide for 2022-2023. Were there any questions on those? Have you taken a look at them?
Yeah, just what is, has, Mr. Kane reviewed these or, okay, I was just curious if you had a chance to weigh in on.
And then E, the graduating class of 2022, the following student is recommended by the superintendent and high school principal for graduation effective June 15th, 2022, and that student is Peyton Stewart. Do I have a motion to approve new business other?
Second.
Motion by Sean Shook, seconded by Carol Cato to approve items in the new business other section. Ms. Boyer.
Ms. Cato,
Yes.
Mr. Hookrattle.
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Shook,
Yes.
Dr. Walter.
All right. Anything else for folks to bring before the board? Well, no need, any need for an executive session to close? No? Okay. 13, closing items. The next regular Board of Education meeting will be held August 8th at 7 p.m. in the district office boardroom. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So,
Second.
Motion by Sean Shook, seconded by Bill Moore, to adjourn at 7:52 PM. Roll call.
Mr. Shook,
Yes.
Dr. Walter.
Yes.
Ms. Cato.
Yes.
Mr. Hookrattle.
Yes.
Mr. Moore.
Yes.